Hi, I'm Rosie from Shanti Bee in Biker. Today we're going to go through an energizing yoga session to help shake off any tension in the body and get us in our bodies. So come to the front of your yoga mat if you have one. Don't worry if you don't have one. You can be on a carpet, you can be on a wooden floor, you can have a rug underneath you. I've got my shoes off. I invite you to take your socks and shoes off too and join me at the front of the mat. So I'm going to have my feet parallel with each other. My hips are over my feet and I'm going to take a little bend into my knees, a little tuck of the tailbone. I'm going to rest my hands down by the side of my body, gaze is forward. I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to bring my awareness to my breath. Inhaling in through the nose, exhaling, if possible, back out of the nose. We're just bringing an awareness to the breath. Maybe we can feel our legs a little bit more active and engaged now. We're grounding down. Inhaling, maybe we can feel the ribs expand from side to side. Let's flicker the eyes back open. Straighten the legs. So we're going to bring our hands together. We're going to create a little bit of energy in between the hands. I want you to rub the hands really quickly, really fast against each other. So our shoulders are going to get quite achy here maybe. Straight away we start to feel the whole body having to work, and when we release the hands slowly, not yet, we're going to feel energy between the hands and we're going to play around with that. Keep going for 5, 4, shoulders are really feeling it now, 3, 2, and slowly, not too far apart. There we go, there it is, that little ball of energy. Don't move the hands too far apart, and if you've lost it, you could do it again. Nice. And now just place the hands back down by the body. Deep inhale, long exhale. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do something called palm tree pose. We're going to interlace the fingers. As we inhale, we're going to reach the hands up above the head. We can have the gaze forward. That might be enough for you. If you want to inhale and come up onto your tiptoes as well. And then exhale as we bring the hands down. We can use the nose, inhaling and exhaling, or we can use the mouth, inhaling in through the nose, exhaling out of the mouth. Whatever works for you. So, interlace your hands. As you inhale, we're going to do this 3 times. Reach the hands up above the head when they get in line with the heart. You can maybe start coming up onto the tiptoes, feel the legs engage. End of the exhale. Slowly coming down. Feel the whole body working here, hey? Interlace the fingers. We reach the hands forward as they get to the heart. We lift the heels up like a pencil. This is actually called pencil as well in some practices. And then as we exhale, we bring it down. Nice. Starting to feel a little bit more in our bodies. Let's take a forward fold. We're going to pivot at the hips. When you forward fold, don't worry about touching the hands to the floor. We're just going to let the back relax. Take an inhale here. A little bend in the knees will make this a little bit softer for the hamstrings at the back of the legs, if you like. And exhale, forward fold. Let the head go, let the neck go. So the spine can quite literally unravel. If you like, you could straighten your legs. We're trying to keep the hips over the ankles. I'm going to hold on to either elbow and release the head in between the upper arms. This is called ragdoll. Remembering a little bend in the knees might make this a little bit more soft for you today. Inhaling and exhaling. We're going to come up engaged. So first, let's release the elbows. Let's root down through the feet, all 4 corners. Want to feel that connection. Then we tuck at the bottom of the spine. We tuck the tailbone. As we tuck the tailbone, we push down through the feet. We're inhaling. We're going to rise to standing. Inhale, inhale. All the way up. And exhale. We rest. Back in standing. Okay, we're going to do something called goddess now, also known as horse. I'm going to step to one side and we come into what we call a standing straddle. Standing straddle. Don't have the feet too wide. Nice, comfortable distance apart from each other. We're going to have a little bit of fun here. We're going to point the toes out and we're going to sink into the position. Adjust as needed. So this is also called horse. So the knees are over the ankles and the hips might be a little bit higher, or if you're feeling a little bit like you want a little bit more of a workout, more energy today, you'd sink the hips in line with the knees. You can rest the hands onto the legs for a little bit more support. We've been doing both nose and mouth breathing. Let's have a little play around. We're going to inhale in through the nose, and we're going to exhale, we're going to stick our tongue out. Okay? Let's do a few more like that. See how it feels? It's a release. As we exhale out of the mouth, it relieves tension from the body, and also tension that we can get, like we can gather in the jaw. Let's do 3 like that. Close your eyes, look at the floor, look at the person next to you, whatever feels good. One more, deep inhale. Nice, okay. We're gonna slowly, because our hips are probably quite feeling this now, lift back up. We're gonna toe heel, toe heel, toe heel, and we're back in standing. So here, we're in what we call a tabletop. My hands are spread nice and wide, my shoulders are over my wrists, and my hips are over my knees. I'm gonna untuck my toes because it's more comfortable like this. You could always tuck your toes for a bit more engagement into the backs of the legs. As we inhale, we're going to open the chest and gaze up towards the ceiling. Notice my belly buttons drop down. As I exhale, I start to arch my back to the ceiling and tuck my chin to my chest. Exhale, 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 exhale. And then we're going to inhale as we open. This is the cow bit. And exhale as we arch. Exhaling out of the nose or mouth. This is the cat bit. And maybe you want to get a little bit wild here. Maybe you want to play around with just intuitive movement. It feels quite nice because we're grounded. Our forelimbs, well, yeah, 2 legs and 2 hands are all on the floor. And so we, you know, when you're standing, you can feel a bit like we've got loose limbs. You don't really know what to do with them. When they're grounded on the floor, we can really allow the movement to come into the spine and keep the breath strong here. Play a little bit with it. See what feels nice. Try not to bring the shoulders too far forward over the wrists, otherwise you'll put unnecessary strain. Keep them directly over the wrists or a little bit further behind. Okay, so you can keep doing this kind of movement for as long as feels nice for you, or maybe you might want to return to earlier movement that we did and extend that. Do what feels nice for you. I'm going to come onto the ground now. I'm going to lie my back. We're going to do a little bit of shaking, and then we're just going to fully relax and let go and find a calm space. Okay, so come onto your backs, nice and slowly. So we're going to bring our knees and hands and legs and everything up, and we're going to shake. We're going to shake because shaking relieves tension and also really gets us in our body, obviously. So shake, and see if you can let go a little bit here. Really shake anything that feels like it hasn't been shook before. Maybe shake your head a little bit, close your eyes if it feels nice. And then when you've had quite enough of shaking, you can just slowly bring the body to the floor. And my feet are going to be wider than my hips. I'm going to roll my shoulders underneath my body a little bit. I'm going to rest my hands either quite wide or somewhere on the body. And now you could be here for 20 minutes if you wanted. This is where we find calm. This is where we observe the breath again. Inhaling deeply, exhaling completely. I invite you to close your eyes, get a blanket, get comfortable. Inhaling and exhaling. connecting with anything you feel on a physical level, any little movements in the leg, warm or cold. Try and find stillness if you can. Inhaling and exhaling. As I said, you could be here as long as you like. With this being a short session today, we're going to slowly bring conscious movement, mindful movement, back into the limbs. We're going to place the feet onto the floor. Maybe give the knees a nice little squeeze in towards the body. A little rock. Rock from side to side. When you're ready, we're going to roll over onto one side. We're going to use the hands to push the ground away and lift ourselves back up. We're going to come to a comfortable seated position on your mat or floor. We're going to bring the hands to the heart center. We call this Anjali Mudra. Hands to the heart center, the base of the thumb meets the heart. Close the eyes. Give yourself a moment just to be thankful for the time that you've spent with yourself today. And thank you. Namaste.